Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I am Lucky Wolf, and today, a video that I've weirdly put off making, but today, as I said in my last video, I am going to be talking about Pelipper and Rain, and Pelipper's showing in both Hartford and Malmo Regional, which were the same weekend. I don't know when this is gonna go up, but probably like a week and a half ago. Probably like a week and a half ago to 2 weeks ago at this point, but I really felt like I would be remiss if I didn't make a video talking about Pelipper, as the weekend before that at Portland Regional, there were 3 weather teams that top cut, 3 different weather teams. A sun team won, and then also a hail team got top 8, and then also a sand team got top 8. So I specifically called out Pelipper. I was specifically like, yo, weather is back. However, no rain, no Pelipper. And Pelipper's like, watch this. And so Pelipper got first in Malmo Regional and then got second at Hartford, which is really quite incredible, and was in both those instances was the only weather to top cut either of those tournaments. I'm looking now just to make sure. So this is, I did show this briefly in my last video, but this is the Hartford Regional top cut. Top 8 teams, so I'm going to be talking about Ryan's team a little bit, featuring the Pelipper and the Azumarill, and it feels great because I also made a video about Azumarill. At this point, it could have been like a month ago. I will link it, but I did make a video about Azumarill, kind of talking about why I think Azumarill is a strong choice in Regulation C, and what kind of differentiates Azumarill from Palafin. And it's really interesting because Ryan was using Azumarill and Pelipper, and then Maddie, let me check. Yeah, Maddie was using Pelipper and Palafin. Palafin. There we go. I can do it. Was using the Pelipper and the Palafin. So I do think one of the things that kind of sets the Azumarill apart from the Palafin is you don't have to swap out the Azumarill. Well, there are 2 things. One is you don't have to swap out the Azumarill to get to its full potential. You have it in there, it's got the huge power, you have Aqua Jet, you have Play Rough, and you have something like Liquidation on it as well. And between the Play Rough and a Water move, that means that the Azumarill can hit all of the Ruin Mons, as long as they don't Terra. The Azumarill has a stab move, same type attack bonus move, that can hit all of the Ruin Mons for super effective, in addition to not having to swap out. So I think through typing and through ability, those are like the 2 big differences to me between the Azumarill and between the Palafin. There we go. I wanted to say Pelipper so badly, but I'm like, no, it's a different Pokemon. Palafin. So I just wanted to cover that briefly. Again, I will link my whole Azumarill video, because I did talk about Azumarill at length, but I don't want to go into it too much, because this video is about Pelipper. Okay, Pelipper, you hear me? This video is about Pelipper. So I definitely want to talk about, the teams are quite similar. The teams, both Ryan's team and Maddie's team, are quite similar. We see the difference in the Rain, in the Pokemon that uses the Rain. So we see Palafin versus the Azumarill, which I already said, and then we see Goldengo on Ryan's team and the Arcanine on Maddie's team, but they both have the Pelipper, the Iron Hands, the Amoonguss, and the Fluttermane. So not super different teams. Not super different teams. I do want to talk a little bit about the Pelipper sets, because the Pelipper sets are different. And it's really cool to see. Okay, hold up. I know how to use things. Hold up. I have them in Showdown. There they are. Nice. Okay, so for this is the Hartford team. So this is Ryan's team, and there are definitely some key differences. So first, I want to talk about the Pelipper. First, I do want to talk about the Pelipper. So we are Focus Sash Pelipper. Ryan was running Focus Sash. I am a huge believer in Focus Sash Pelipper when I have run Rain teams in the past. they've almost always been Focus Sash. Pelipper has like decent defense in 100, but it's pretty lackluster Spadef in the 70s, so I like the Focus Sash. This ensures that you live one hit and you can get either a powerful Hurricane off, or you can get a powerful Hydro Pump off. And I also want to note that the Pelipper is Flying Terra on this team for even more powerful hurricanes. If you have the weather up, if you have the rain up, Hurricane is a 100% accurate move, and it is 110 base power with a chance for confusion, with a 30% chance for confusion. So the fact that you have your 100% accurate move, and then you also have a chance for confusion, and you can Terra into Terra Flying, and you can have double stab flying boosted, is really, really wild. So, and something else that I also want to shout out about Pelipper is, so with Pelipper, you bring the rain teams, you usually have a water type or two that can use the rain well. So a lot of opponents might think, okay, I'm going to bring my grass types. My grass types will be able to kind of wall out or at least slow down these rain teams. However, with Pelipper with the Hurricane, with or without the Terra Flying, just Pelipper with Hurricane is such a great way for the rain user to have an instant answer to those grass type Pokemon. So I just wanted to give Pelipper a shout in that as well. And the other thing I really want to touch on in this team is the Amoonguss set. So the Amoonguss is not running Protect, and I always think of Amoonguss as a mon that Protect is so incredibly valuable. So we do see the Spore, we see the Rage Power, we see the Pollen Puff. Those, I believe, are the most used moves, the most common moves on Amoonguss. But we also see the Clear Smog. So that kind of brings us back to one of the differences between the Azumarill and the Palafin. So if we do look, Malmo winner, here we are. If we do look, the Palafin does have access to Haze. So because Palafin is running the Haze, you don't need to have the Clear Smog. Like, let's say you're worried about your Dondozo matchup, or maybe even your Swords Dance Iron Hands matchup, like anything like that. You don't have to, you have the Haze, so you can haze away the boosts, either on Dondozo or any other setup mons. And then, so you are able to run the Protect on the Amoonguss. You have the Rage Power, the Spore, and the Pollen Puff. Like I said, three of the, like a very common set on Amoonguss. So I just wanted to shout out that difference between the Azumarill and the Palafin as well. And I really want to talk about this. I really want to talk about Maddie's Pelipper set. So like I said, I am definitely a Sash Pelipper believer. That's just my comfort zone. But I love the goggles. I think Pelipper wearing these cute little safety goggles is such a cool idea. So if you remember, I think I still have it in here. The Sun team that won, that Joe used to win Portland. Are you? Yay, here you are. Yeah, here you are. The Sun team that Joe used to win Portland was utilizing a Jump Bluff. And the Jump Bluff does have, is running the Sleep Powder. So I really like, and the Torkoal is running Fissure and Overheat. So I really like, sorry, now let us go back. I'm not disorganized, I swear. So I really like the safety goggles on the Pelipper, so that way if you're facing down a Sun team, and you swap in your Pelipper, you don't have to worry about eating a Spore, and you also don't have to worry about eating a Fissure, because Pelipper is a flying type, so Pelipper does fly above the Fissure, so can't even be affected by the Fissure, and you're immune to spores, and you're immune to rage powders as well. So I really do think the safety goggles is such a cool pick for the Pelipper, as just like you make sure Pelipper is your answer, is your good answer into some teams, especially some teams that might be utilizing Sleep Power. Additionally, we see that Maddie, I'm just making sure I have the right teams. Yes, we do see that Maddie is also utilizing Tailwind, where Ryan was utilizing Wide Guard. I do believe they both opted for Protect, and then either Tailwind or Wide Guard, and then Hydro Pump and Hurricane. We do see the Steel Terra. on the Pelipper. I'm sorry. Isley also is really excited about Pelipper. I apologize. If you're new around here, I do have a dog. Her name is Isley. She is amazing. She's the best, but she's also a bit of a wild thing, and she does like to let us know whenever anybody walks remotely close to where we live, or there could just be a leaf blowing in the wind, or there could be a garbage can outside. Like, it could truly be anything, but she wants us to know, and we appreciate her anyway. So sorry about that. Apologies. Hopefully it wasn't too loud. But yep, that is my dog, Isley. She often makes an appearance on stream. So if you ever do want to see Isley, she often makes an appearance on stream, so feel free to follow in the description down below. I do stream 5 days a week, VGC. So yeah, that was weird, but I'm gonna keep it in. I'm gonna keep it in. So back to Pelipper. In conclusion, I think Safety Goggles Pelipper is a great tech into Amoonguss and into Sun teams that are utilizing sleep and everything like that, and you also have the Tailwind. So this way, if the jump loft goes for Tailwind, you can also set your own Tailwind, and you don't have to worry about sleep powders or anything like that as well. So just kind of wanted to point out the differences in the Pelipper sets, the differences in the teams as well, and I also do want to give Heavy Slam. I do want to give Heavy Slam Iron Hands a shout. I think Heavy Slam Iron Hands is incredible. With the Assault Vest, you will live damage from the Flutter Mane, and unless the Flutter Mane is Sash, you will be able to KO it in return, which is always a very good feeling, which is always definitely a very good feeling. So, let me see. Let me just think to myself. I did actually take a little bit of notes. To see, but I think that pretty much covers what I want to talk about with Pelipper, with the Pelipper sets, with Pelipper's matchups, and with the differences between, we have the Azumarill and the differences between Azumarill and the Palafin. Yeah, so I think that pretty much covers it. I will link the full Azumarill video in the description down below. Oh, sorry, no, there actually is something! No! Oh my gosh, this is gonna be so out of order. I apologize. I really do apologize. If you don't mind this being a little scatterbrained, I really do appreciate you, but there is actually one more thing that I do want to touch on, and I really want to touch on this Goldango set. Goldango? Goldie. I really want to touch on this Goldie. I really want to touch on this Goldie set. So we do see it is Choice Scarf. With the Make It Rain, with the Shadow Ball, with the Trick, and with the Nasty Plot. Seeing Trick on Choice Scarf Goldie isn't super uncommon. However, I love the commitment. Trick and Nasty Plot. Usually you might see Trick and then a coverage move like something like Thunderbolt. Or something like a great way to be able to hit other water types, other Palafins, or Corviknights or anything like that. So usually we would see something like a Thunderbolt. However, I love the commitment, just saying, I'm going to run both Trick and Nasty Plot. That way, if you go for something like a Trick Room, or if you go for something like a Fake Out, I can get, because you can't Fake Out the Goldie. As long as you don't Terra, Goldie is a ghost type, so you can't Fake Out the Goldie. So I can trick you, and then I'm going to put you on the back foot. You have to swap out, and when you do swap out, I'm going to get a Nasty Plot up, and then I will be set to get off +2 Make It Rains or +2 Shadow Balls, and if you go for Shadow Ball, then you aren't going to be lowering your own special attack. So that is just one last shout I really wanted to get, just because I think this Goldie set is really cool, and something that I may have to test out in the future. It seems really disruptive, really fun to use, and everything like that. But I don't want to talk too much longer, so I'm going to call it there for now. If you did enjoy this Pelipper content, I feel like I'd spent most of my time not even talking about Pelipper, but Pelipper, this one's for you. So if you did enjoy this Pelipper content, if you did enjoy this video, please feel free to leave a like, comment, or subscribe. If not for exactly none of that, I do hope that everybody does hold up. I do hope everybody has an absolutely amazing day. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Okay, for real, bye.